What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode and edition of the Fight Factory podcast right here on the MyFandom YouTube channel, wherever you get your goddamn podcast. It is Dave Sturchio. It is Tommy D. Chris Payne to my left, and all the way over there from Bay Ridge, originally, Mr. Tommy Tequila.
How you doing?
How you boys doing? Everybody doing all right?
Tommy Two Taps.
All right, we're doing good. I just want to let everybody know we're being brought to you by and coming to you live, first and foremost,
Richard Lucas.
From the Richard Lucas Chevrolet and Subaru studio, where you can just, get whatever car you want to drive. So that's
We're bringing plants back to America.
So anyway, we got that going on for us. So thanks to the Lucases over there in Woodbridge, New Jersey.
Oh, I think
and of course, we have to, no, relax. Then of course.
I want to set off all the liberal indie
Don't do
wrestlers.
that. It's a wrestling podcast. Let's try that again. I'm not editing any of that. No,
Tell them that.
I would love to tell them that.
Tell them that.
On another podcast.
At another time.
Sean Hannity or
It would
something
be
like
huge.
that. So, anyway, we are also being brought to you by our good friends at Arthur Cantina. What is it?
Arthur Cantina,
That's what I
Wine and
said.
Spirits, Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. The only liquor store on Arthur Avenue, the best liquor store in the Bronx.
That's because all the other stores have been raped and pillaged. Because it's in the Bronx.
Well, you don't got to be a dick about it, but there might be some truth behind that. But Anthony runs a great business.
Listen,
and
am I right?
JP is
Who's looking at
fantastic mask.
stats?
Yeah.
Who sees crime stats?
It's Arthur Avenue. It's fantastic. Go see
Arthur
them.
Ave in the Bronx. Go check out Arthur Cantina. Wine and spirits and liquor and booze and all that good shit. They are one of our official sponsors for the War on the Shore. Deuce coming to you live from Martell's Tiki Bar.
Sounded weird.
July the 15th, 2025. That's the War on the Shore 2 for all you people who didn't understand what Deuce was. I literally went like this for everybody to understand. Not this or
There's
this
shit
or this
everywhere.
or anything like that.
Or up here.
Let the Rocky up the face and
How
just
do you
like
get shit on those ceilings?
Easter egg. Dave's having our fifth parameter to Fight Factory podcast. I saw it.
So anyway, those fine gentlemen over there at Arthur Cantina. And then, of course, you too can get tickets to this coming Monday at the Garden if you use SavvySeats.com. Use the promo code FightFactory10 for 10% off your sale. What me and Payne have been looking at is the section where will Jey Uso yeet in the middle, just to try to get his son there so he can dance around with Jey Uso.
Well, we looked into Philadelphia for tomorrow.
For SmackDown?
I believe it would be section 112 or 113.
And I
right
believe
in the middle.
he's not guaranteed to be there. So that's what I would say. Let's go to the Garden. Huh? You get the security detail on Monday?
We do have. Yeah, I do.
Ah, damn it. All right. I was going to say, let's all go to Raw.
I'm here with Deadpool.
Yeah, just a little Deadpool action. All right, so no Raw for us, but maybe Raw for me.
Well, no, I get out at 7.
Oh, how you doing? Maybe we look up Savvy Seats where you can get 10% off. And you could also see the fine toys that you see in front of you. 2 of them, one of them. How many of them are from Ringside Collectibles? Probably one of them, right? That's Sting
No.
one? None of them?
None of them.
Perfect. Ringside Collectibles. Great read.
If there was one to be from Ringside, because those are too old.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
would probably
LGN
be
guy.
the,
I have that Sting, by the way, the whole.
There's
that
an
one.
entire room in Chris's house that is from Ringside.
That is brought to you by
Collectibles.
Ringside Collectibles. So go
It's
check those
basically
guys
their
out.
extension.
War on the Shore 10 or just War on the Shore? The promo code.
War on the Shore.
War on the Shore. For
Capital
10%
Dub.
off. Capital Dub. War on the Shore 10. Our friends over there.
No,
at,
War on the Shore.
That's what I just
You're
said.
welcome
You
for
said War
the
on the Shore
confused
War on the
reading.
Shore by itself.
For 10% off.
For 10%
You want to
off.
just
War on the
restart the whole
Shore.
thing? Because that was a lot.
No,
Hyphen.
no.
Excuse me 1 second.
Hyphen.
Shut the fuck up.
So anyway, you sit
War
there.
on the Shore,
You sit
one
there and
word.
flex your fake boobs.
For 10% off.
Anyway, don't do that. I wasn't serious.
You look great, Tom.
Oh, God.
Why are we lying to this kid?
All right, can we get some stop? Yeah, it's disturbing. It's disturbing that you think you make gains when you go work out at Planet Fitness. By the way,
I am fully erect.
I mean, that's a drop. That's a drop. That's perfect.
So,
You're just jealous because gay guys like
does
me.
Effie know that you're
boy.
cheating on him?
Yeah,
What?
seriously.
Yo, chill, bro.
Yeah. Very
He
serious.
watches. He watches.
Speaking of Effie, he'll be at the War on the Shore too. Get your tickets right now. You can check it out at eventbrite.com. Look us
Type
up.
in The War on the Shore.
Or you
2.
can do that, or you could just go to eventbrite.com and look up the War on the Shore in the
That's what I-
search thing,
that's
and
what I
or you can go on any of our social medias and check out the million times that we posted about it. So,
You said go to Eventbrite. I said type in one, and then said,
do we have any updates for the War on the Shore? Oh, we've announced 12 of the 20 participants
Chaz.
in the sink or swim battle royal.
Very exciting to see the people up there.
I'm looking forward to
already.
seeing Sweet Cheeks.
I know that's
Very,
one
very
of your
Shocker, Sweet Cheeks is what gets you going.
one of your recommendations was Sweet Cheeks.
And we got-
Joey Silver, right?
Joey Silver.
Joey Silver. I know a John Silver. Not to be
Great fish
confused.
sticks.
No relation.
No. Johnny Silver from the what's the Dark Order? I just went like the Dark Order.
Oh, yeah.
Where's he from?
Dark Order. So yes, the pool of talent is getting very good, very deep. Some real heavy hitters in there, to be honest with you. I mean, Chris Steeler's in there. You got Arcadia. We got Nikos Rico's coming out of retirement. Very excited about that.
Chris Benny
from New
How
York
you
City.
doing, Staten Island?
Vargas, one of the biggest dudes that I've ever met in my life.
You know what? You want
It
to
just keeps getting better and better.
I saw a picture of Moff when he worked him, and he bit,
His foot.
and I wanted to throw up.
I know. I love you, Moff, but some things you just.
I'm just happy
we know you
Staten
don't do.
Staten Island's being
Your
represented. at the
championship is
Shore
right there. Could
with
be
Chris
stripped.
Ben. I am very excited for that.
What'd you say now?
Staten
What?
Island's being represented at the Shore.
Yeah, no. I mean,
What are you talking
one
about?
of the
I'm one
owners
of the
is from
owners.
Staten.
I meant in the ring, pal.
Oh, all right. Well, stay tuned.
What the fuck?
You never know. What now? For the love. Anyway.
Nothing's crap.
Those are the updates for War on Shore 2. Very excited about that. We're inching closer. A couple new sponsors coming on board. Very excited about all that. A couple of sponsors in the works right now. Weren't you supposed to take a call at 3 o'clock, 3:30?
Oh, shit. Oh, it's all good. I'm taking it after.
Okay, perfect.
We worked on that.
I don't know what does that mean.
That means he's going to call him at 4:30 or whenever the hell we're done. Anyway, guys, anything interesting at all happen in professional wrestling, specifically
I don't think so.
WWE? Nothing, right?
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
Evolve.
So good that you couldn't see it. You see what I did there?
How you
couldn't
don't.
see it. Listen, I raised a question to Mr. Josh Chernoff on the Wrestling Hour today, and I raised the same question to you boys. And I know Payne's answer because everything is Hogan or bust. But I will say, is the Cena
Not true.
heel turn bigger than the Hogan heel turn from 1996 at the Bash at the Beach?
No.
Is it big? And why not? Why not, Tommy? Elaborate as to why it's not
That
as
literally
I know
changed
why, exactly.
wrestling.
big. Okay,
That
go on.
literally
Did we know?
changed
Did
the
we?
landscape
Okay,
of
okay.
wrestling.
Go back
Keep
though.
going. No,
Did
no,
it
keep-
change wrestling at that time?
Yes.
Did you know it was going to change wrestling at that heel turn?
When he turned heel, all the wrestling world was like, holy shit. Now, of course, everybody forgot that he came into WWE back in the day as a heel. Not many people knew him as that. When he turned heel,
A classic Freddie Blassie.
it was crazy. The Cena heel turn, everybody's been calling for the past fucking 20
still
years.
didn't know it was
Doesn't
gonna happen.
doesn't matter though.
Is it still
Nobody
amazing?
saw
Fuck
it
yeah,
coming.
it was great, but it's not on the same level as Hulk Hogan.
I don't think.
Well, here's why. All right. Do you think it's on the same level or better or worse?
No, I think it's. I think you have to go by what significance it has an impact on the wrestling.
Long term?
Yeah, because look what Hogan's heel turn did.
Okay, but I have a perfect
'Cause
rebuttal for all this.
Not only did it affect WCW, it affected WWE, WWF as
Sure,
well.
sure, because of the
Whereas
attitude-
this has no
Attitude Era
effect
and-
on AEW, TNA, any of
I
that.
think that it will, and I think that it is bigger. I think that it's bigger than Hogan's because there's a lot of bad guys in the WWE right now. We're not talking heels, we're talking bad guys. Bad guy is like, fuck that guy. It's not a lot of villains. You know, I love the word villain.
Villain.
I
love
gotta
the
be
word
honest,
villain.
I fucking hate that.
I love the word villain.
When you did that, I was like, what the how many times are you gonna fucking say it?
I'm
I
gonna
know,
keep doing it
perfect.
till the day
Perfect.
I die now. Now
Perfect
that I
timing.
know
And
you
nobody knows what the
dislike
hell we're
it.
talking about, so that's even better. Go ahead.
So,
But keep saying it though.
there's
so
a
go.
villain, and a villain is someone you look at and you go, I fucking hate that guy. I want him to die. He's the bane of my existence. Cody has faced close to a villain in Kevin Owens. Everyone else has been bad guys. Cody has not seen a villain since he saw the final boss last year. So, in my eyes, this is bigger because Cody is now going to have to go against two villains. He's got the final boss and he has John Cena. And that is a better story than anything else you could possibly put against him right now. And that sets the path for the next decade of Cody Rhodes being the best babyface that the WWE could produce, which will change the landscape of all wrestling because everyone then has to go chase Cody Rhodes, who went out and bet on himself and went on all these different roads to reach that pinnacle and where
No
he's
pun.
at.
I don't know. I couldn't agree further.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Okay.
Is
But
this
here-
table now good?
I couldn't disagree
Here's
more.
Here's my. All right. So I'm going to throw out some numbers. We're all numbers guys, right? We all want the stats. Wait, I'm gonna ask you a question,
Okay.
Payne. In its inception, what year did Hulkamania start? What year? Now remember, he came into WWE I think in 83.
What year was Hulkamania 1? 83?
83,
84.
84, right?
84?
WrestleMania
Okay,
one,
so
yeah.
83, 84.
All right, so let's just arbitrarily.
When did it
like
die?
that. No. Right, 84
When did it fizzle?
to 96. Right, and even you can argue that.
Well,
listen, you can argue that.
I would say Hulkamania started dying around 93.
92, 93.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Hogan's WCW babyface run was atrocious. I'm sorry. There was nothing
The
appealing.
WCW run?
Did I say that?
No, I didn't hear you.
The WCW babyface Hogan run was awful.
Oh, I don't think it had any impact.
It was
they thought
Timu
gonna.
Hulkamania.
It was really they were really trying to stretch the dollar. Like the cave that he woke up in, like, there's no Hulkamaniacs here. Ah, that water's not hot. Or what, nobody even knew what the fuck he was talking about. So what I'm saying is the WCW run stunk as a babyface. So when he turned heel in 96, so let's just pretend that the Hulkamania red and yellow was from 83 to 96. That gives you 13 years of babyface Hogan, right? No. 83, 93, 13 years of babyface Hogan. John Cena has been babyface for over 2 decades. Or making wishes, kissing babies, being the most the biggest hero that anybody's ever watched. And all of a sudden, he turns his back on so many more people than Hogan was able to turn his back on in 96 because wrestling is more popular now than it was back in 1996. So what I'm saying is that my biggest roundabout point of all this is John Cena's heel turn has a bigger impact on professional wrestling because of his longevity of his babyface run.
See, I say no. Because how many times?
That's just numbers, but
so you can make fun
that's
of me.
that's not even my opinion. That's just numbers.
I am the perfect example because I did wrestling from when I was 17. I did 17, then 19, then 25, then 30. That's 4 times of me doing stints in wrestling. But then I wrestled up until 2018, right? Or 2019, whatever it was.
Sure.
So now, should I say that from fucking when I was 17 years old until I was 40, I wrestled? I was a 20-year vet? No.
So who stepped away?
How many times did John Cena step away?
Dude,
He
they
did.
step away for the obvious reasons of Hollywood. Like
Understood, but you
even
still-
Hogan went away for that.
Understood,
Yeah,
but
but not,
still-
horrific television
not
show.
exactly- not
think
for the
about how
te-
long Cena was gone
How
for.
long did CM Punk step away for?
Well, no, he didn't step away. He was in wrestling the whole time. But
But he's never
No,
been.
he
He's
didn't
never
wrestle
been
for 10 years.
CM Punk was never at the level of John Cena or
no.
Hulk Hogan. And
I think he could have been if he stayed.
My argument about Hogan being the greatest of all time goes back to him being with no internet, no Facebook, no social media at the time, was a cultural icon, worldwide known household name. Now you have it. Now you have it at your fingertips, and these guys are not all fucking worldwide icons like Hogan.
you don't
was.
think John Cena is known around the world?
I know. I'm not saying John. I'm talking about other guys too, like Roman Reigns and
Well, that's
etc.
fine.
Like
That's
Cody
fine.
Rhodes. So like.
This isn't like a GOAT debate. It's
No. It's not a GOAT debate, but you have to take the significance of what happened, when it happened, how it happened. Hogan retransformed himself into a heel, and if it wasn't for the NWO and Hogan's heel turn, wrestling would not be at the stage it is now because they pushed each other in different companies.
But we
there's no
haven't
company.
seen
There's no
it.
company pushing WWE right now. WWE's up against themselves, and you could say that there's a villain and a villain. I don't really see them as villains because everybody is like a fucking tweener right now, in my opinion.
Yeah, but here's also the other thing.
Fair.
We're getting this in the last 10 months of Cena's career.
Well, that's another
Right,
thing.
he's gonna go
That's
away as
another
soon as
thing.
it's
So
done.
and that was a crazy stat that I also thought about. The NWO only lasted from 1996 to like 1998, 99.
Late 98, 99.
2-year run
Next
for
year,
the most
next
iconic.
year, AEW will last longer than Nitro's run.
Which is wild.
And like next week, I think, or like 2 weeks.
Which is fucking wild.
It's
to
not
me.
really
but
that,
that-
it's not really
the
that wild
same.
when you're putting up the dough.
Right, you're losing money, knowing you're losing money, and still keeping the product out there because you're obsessed with wrestling.
Like,
That's a
think
big
of-
difference than a company putting a.
No,
saying,
I think
"All
he's just
right,
talking about
that's
the
it.
longevity
That's a
part of it. That's crazy to
No,
me.
100%. But if I'm a uber billionaire and I'm like I love wrestling, so I'm just gonna keep my
Yeah,
company going. I'm gonna
if
keep
Turner
paying.
didn't
even if I'm
sell-
taking L after L.
Think about it. If Turner didn't sell, it would have never went away.
Right.
Turner loved wrestling. Once he sold to AOL Time Warner, all bets were off. They didn't want wrestling.
And the only reason why it got shelved is because Vince hated WCW so much. He said, "Fuck it, I'm going to pack it away." Why do you think everyone that came with that when they did the
it
merge?
was also awful.
What?
It was terrible. In the last final. The last
Oh,
final.
God.
Yeah, go back and
Yeah.
read what happened. They took the fucking pen out of people's hands that knew what they were doing on purpose.
Yeah, that was a rough
That was
run.
a shit
But
move.
what I'm saying is, I say all that to say, the unfortunate part is, to your point, Tommy, is that we're not going to get to see a 2-3 year heel Cena run.
No.
So that's the problem where I'm like, it might have shocked the world, and I think it was bigger on the grand scheme of eyeballs. But when it comes to longevity, it ain't gonna last because he's
I don't
leaving.
think it lasts
How
past
many
Mania.
retirement matches did Ric Flair have?
I
This is
understand
pro
that.
wrestling.
Yeah, but listen.
Yeah, but this is
if
this
you're going
seems
for
very
shock factor moment, specific shock factor moment, Cena's was bigger. If you're going for longevity effect on the wrestling industry, which had a bigger impact, it was Hogan.
But
No
we
doubt.
haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, but
It's
honestly,
too early.
I
Well, that's what I said to John. I said,
you understand my difference?
I said,
I
let's
understand
have this
100%. But
let's
we
have
have
this.
not. Yeah, we have not seen Cena yet.
I said,
since
let's
that.
have this
We saw
conversation.
a mic drop from him.
Let's have this
No, but
conversation
you
in
don't have a
2050.
second. You don't have a
I
second
don't think. I
organization
don't think
to
it.
fucking
To
combat
be
that.
honest, I don't think it
understand.
lasts past Mania. I think.
Right, you're
if
talking
he's
about
gonna
4
flip,
months.
I think he's going to flip flop
Talking
back
about 6
over
months.
after
Talking about
Mania.
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Honestly, I think he's going to flip flop back over after Mania. I think
That's
he's
what
going
I
to
said. I
double
think it's all a ploy.
The Rock.
I think
honestly.
it's one big thing to say "fuck you, Rock" and stick it to him.
See, now that would be A, I'm cool with it. B, I'm like, ugh,
You gotta commit.
you wasted it.
You
right.
gotta commit. Someone's
So
got
how-
to take the. And who's the bigger guy to fucking want to do something for the people than Cody right now?
So you're combining
I'm saying
Tyson with WrestleMania with Andre at WrestleMania, like those storylines where it's like Tyson was DX all through and through, and then knocked out HBK.
You are
but he's gonna
heartbreak.
play it like
for 6
Bobby
weeks he's gonna
Heenan,
go out
Andre
there
the
and
Giant.
fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for me, and then it's gonna end up being I'm still a good guy. I did this to take down the. I had to put in a. I had to.
Yeah,
I had
because
to be a double agent.
there's no way he's
basically, to
retiring
fucking-
like that.
No.
I mean, listen, it would not like that wouldn't surprise me at all. Like if they did a double thing where
Bro, it's Jack
he's
Bauer.
right back to right.
It's Jack Bauer that was a CIA agent, but
Damn
then
it, Chloe.
But then supposedly got pissed off at the government, so he went back underneath with the cartel just to get back to the cartel because the bigger picture was the fucking gas, the chemical gas that they were going to get rid of. So he had to go back under just to get the shit back to come back out on top.
How great was 24, by the way? I say all that to say that the Cena turn.
Oh, Cena double agent. That's
Yeah,
what it was.
the Cena turn in itself was just
Tremendous.
tremendous, well done, well scripted. I did tell Josh, I was kind of curious. I was like, hey man, like in real life, like let's just pretend it was real life for a second. Like, what if Cena lost?
What if Seth's in on it too, though?
Well, I said that, and I got looked at like I had 3 heads, and I'm like, well, what if Seth is in on it because he's the one who stomped out Punk, but his hate for Punk runs deeper. You know what I mean?
My buddy Scott called me out on that too. What if Cena lost? And I lost my shit.
I-
I got so fucking mad. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
I was
It's
like-
a good argument.
I mean, it makes sense. Although the promo that Punk cut on Monday was him yelling about that somehow I'm gonna get. You think he's gonna take away my only option for the main spot at Mania? So
which leads me to
And I,
believe
and I,
the
and
door's
I love
open.
that everything is looking that it was planned. Even when The Rock was beating the piss out of Cody outside, Cena's face was front and center when he was whipping him on the bus last year, right? And you go back, nobody, and I think I said this last week, Cena did not earn a right to be in that match. Cena was just put in that match.
All right, so here we go.
Everyone
Listen.
else had to wrestle to be in that match.
well, he got a little selfish.
But I think everything was planted.
Here we go, night one.
Fair.
Main event. It's gonna be
Closer to the mic so people can actually.
It's gonna
hear.
be John Cena, Rock, Seth Rollins versus
6-man tag again.
versus Cody, Punk,
Roman.
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
I
I tried to
say
tell
yes
you
to
that. You
that.
thought I was flipping you off the other day.
Stone Cold,
think it would be us.
Stone Cold was on a podcast
And
and
he
said he's got his back.
I said I want to be there.
It's only 600 miles. I'll get my truck.
400. It's
Whatever.
400 miles.
So
Bunch of miles.
I'll
I'm
jump in the
assuming that your
Bronco.
wives hate that you love pro wrestling as much as my wife does, right?
Oh yeah.
So we were trying to explain to other people like how significant this is because even people that don't watch are like, yo, John Cena heel turn is on SportsCenter. Like, is this really
Yeah.
a big deal? I'm like, yes, is that big of a fucking deal?
was in the Post,
Don't come at me
the-
like it's a fucking joke. It's
Da-
a
I
fucking
think
serious
Post.
deal.
I think Daily Mail covered it. Yeah.
And I just my buddy Pete Dorigo gave me the perfect analogy last night. For people that don't understand what happened, it would be like Bernie Sanders ripping off his suit and showing a MAGA shirt and blasting AOC with a steel chair. And screaming Donald Trump.
Hey! No politics on this
I'm
show.
just giving
But
you
it's
an
a
example.
great example.
That is what
example.
happened on
Hope it
Saturday at
happens.
Elimination
Yeah, right.
Chamber.
Terrible example right
Get him,
now.
Bernie. Anyway, burn, baby, burn.
Yell for the people.
I have to say, like, yes, putting it all together, the Cena heel turn is just, it's an
was a
incredible time
tremendous,
for
tremendous
wrestling.
moment.
And
it
it's
was
been viewed.
dampered.
It's been viewed over 500 million times on socials and all across the platforms and shit. It's just one of those moments where you're like, wow, where were you when that happened? Because this has, just like Tommy said before, this has been being called for the last 20 years. When's he going to do it? When's he going to? Then he goes on Chris Van Vliet about a year and a half ago, said the plan for John Cena back on that Rock
the
one,
different gear,
different music, different hairstyle, different all this shit, and it never came to fruition. Now we're here. So now I raise the question to you, Mr. Aesthetics.
I think that he comes out dressed like the $1 Million Man, Steve Austin, with the turtleneck and the suit.
The $1 Million Man, Steve Austin.
I'm just saying that the look, the
$10 million man or the $100 million man or
whatever the hell it is. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm thinking DiBiase. I'm like,
not Stone Cold.
And now I'm thinking Stone Cold and DiBiase. What the fuck is he talking?
$40 40-year-old virgin.
Yes.
Turtleneck and a suit with slick back hair.
I was just gonna say, Cena, you would have to assume changes his look.
He's
right?
got to change his look. I mean,
And he's been
shorts
walking
and
around
name
those suits
and no
anyway.
name
I think he
sneakers.
starts coming out in suits.
Right. So now,
That's his head, but a turtleneck.
Yeah.
but what I'm saying,
Very Christian.
When I told Josh, and I was like, so it's like suit on suit crime because Cody wears a suit everywhere he goes. Now we're getting real polished.
It's
and
gonna
then you
look
got
like
the Rock coming out there.
Families of New York and Chicago.
And now you got the Rock out there with Versace and like vests, and assless chaps at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with
I'm
that
excited.
stuff.
Dude, listen, it seems like it's going to be.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
Tommy left.
Damn. Or in the ring, at least?
Elephant in the ring, sure.
We talked about this off camera. There was absolutely
Kendrick Lamar.
zero.
You know what? I
fucking
agree with
reason
it.
First of all, it's
for
Travis
Travis Scott to be in
Same
that
person.
fucking ring.
I know.
Absolutely no reason for that guy to be in the ring for one of the hands down
And that's why it's
biggest
perfect.
moments in wrestling. Oh my god!
And that's why it's perfect.
And
I hate
this
it. I
is
was
why
with
you're
you.
not a wrestling
I was
fan.
furious. I was furious at it. And I hated it. I'm like, this. I mean, it
because
ruins
it doesn't make sense as a worker. It does not
No,
make sense
not at all.
because you have zero wrestling training.
But your reaction to it makes it that much
No,
more heel.
no,
Yes,
no.
yes.
It's not that. Oh my God, another bad guy. No, it made zero fucking sense.
That's why it's a perfect
I
heel
hate
move.
it for
I'm just
hating
gonna-
it. I don't hate it because it's a
pull
storyline
something
thing.
up here. Hold
No,
on.
it's fucking retarded. It's so
Your
dumb.
reaction is why it's a perfect heel move because it
Hard
makes no
R.
sense. It's
It's
stupid,
so
and
dumb.
I hated it too until I respected it.
So let's
No,
see.
it's so dumb.
Travis Scott's Instagram,
I don't care.
58.8 million
I
followers.
don't care.
His pinned
He's
tweet,
not a wrestler.
his
There
pinned
is
tweet
literally- why
is
would you bring-
literally The Rock
Why
and
would
John
you bring?
Cena.
What was the point of The Rock bringing him there?
Because
oh,
The
we're
Rock
best
told-
friends?
because
of
I
50
rocked to him.
Time,
and
time.
because of 50
Shut up, Tommy.
time.
58.8.
Bullshit. Fuck you and your Instagram followers. You're a scumbag in life.
Talercio's
Don't
front
need you
row
in your ring.
should have helped this situation.
Unbelievable.
The
No,
Rock
see-
said that he has The Rock asked
Bro.
Cody how many followers he had on Instagram.
Out of all the
And
people,
Cody said 2 million. The Rock said,
out
I
of
have
all the people
how
you
many?
could have had in wrestling,
And that shows right there that it proves The Rock where The Rock wants Cody to be. He wants to be with Kendrick Lamar / Travis Scott.
Say Drake.
I
Hey,
give up
look,
because
yeah.
he makes zero sense to be in the ring.
All right.
There's no rhyme or reason why he was hanging out at
Guys,
his WWE show with The Rock.
guys.
And then he's doing the fucking stage,
Hit the
stage
gavel.
thing.
Hit the
like
gavel.
a fucking idiot. Like, what are you, like, doing some type of fucking voodoo out there with the
Pain. Honestly,
fucking
though,
idiot?
how do you really feel?
I fucking hate it. It's so stupid. So stupid for a guy that has no business in wrestling. A guy that's never put a fucking second in.
Yeah, you know what?
A second in for
You know
fucking
what?
training
No-
to be in the biggest moment like that in 20 fucking years is fucking absurd. All
that's-
these people fucking.
I'm really sure that Dennis Rodman had all the reason to be there with the NWO too,
At least
right?
he was 6'8".
You ready for this?
Dennis Rodman
You ready for this?
is what you're
Hold on.
seeing
You ready for
here.
this? He did.
Yeah, exactly. So what you're seeing here and how you're reacting is
No,
perfect.
no, it's not.
Because-
It's not perfect.
No, it's perfect because this is
it's
exactly
not-
what
it's
they
not-
wanted.
It's not the fucking. It's not the reaction of good guy, bad guy. It's the reaction of it's fucking
It
dumb.
makes no sense.
It's fucking dumb to the point where
And it
I
angers
would
you.
want to turn it off.
It makes no sense. And
We
it
all
angers
said
you.
the same thing when Bad Bunny started jumping around the fucking WWE, right? And all of a sudden he puts on a banger of a match with Damian
Oh, I'm
Priest.
sorry. This guy literally went out there. He first of all, why are you carrying a belt that does not exist? Just like The Rock. So dumb.
Hardcore belt existed.
Not that one.
Erroneous.
On all counts.
Wait, what?
Listen. Listen.
He carried a belt out there. Then he's doing the fucking Sage thing. He fucking, your number one guy, your WWE champion, now has a ruptured fucking eardrum. And from experience.
That's a report.
Okay, listen, I'll tell you what. He got hit the same way.
He
I
got hit hard.
and I got a fucking ruptured eardrum for that, and I had to go in for a procedure
all right,
for that.
So now
It makes no
I asked
sense.
you, worker Chris.
It just makes no sense that the guy would be in the ring.
For that moment, that the slap that he just wallops Cody on the side of the head, right?
Yep.
Now, if you're Cody Rhodes and you're in the back, and
1,000% you're getting a receipt. I'm sorry.
no.
Afterwards?
Yeah. First of all,
Sorry,
if this happened in the 80s or the 90s, he'd be dead. Right? Travis Scott would be murked in the back, and that's not
No,
even
it
a
wouldn't have been in
question.
the back. That guy, Cody would have got up. And
yes, you're right.
Then they would have let him get his
then.
shot in and then go back on him.
Then. But I will tell you this, and this is on, I don't want to say good authority because I don't know Cody like that. But I can only assume that if this was the biggest moment in maybe WWE history, I'm being serious when I say that. If this is the biggest moment and the most televised moment in WWE history, how many celebrities have come in, celebrities, music, whatever, how many of them come in, tried to do something? How hard, or I'll raise you this, how horrible did everything that Snoop Dogg did at WrestleMania look? How horrible.
Terrible.
Just atrocious. He's not a trained wrestler, right? That was horrible. He looked like shit. But again, in a pinch, we all knew what happened, why that happened.
Again,
Whatever.
no, didn't like that either.
But if I'm Cody Rhodes and I'm in the back and I know what this is about to do to professional wrestling, and I'm with The Rock and I'm with Travis Scott, and we're all talking about what's about to happen.
53 million other
I am
non-wrestling
telling
fans.
Travis Scott, I'm looking him dead in his eyes. I say, Travis, there have been so many incredible moments with celebrities, but every time they hit or they do a wrestling move, it looks like absolute shit. Travis, I need you to literally punch me as hard as you possibly can, because that's the only way it's going to look good. That's the only way it's going to be reacted to well. And that's the only way it's going to look believable, as if he really wallops him. I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it was a good thing. I'm saying what Cody Rhodes is probably saying, because if Cody Rhodes is the businessman that he is, he's probably saying, give it everything you got, because if you don't, it's going to look like shit, and this whole clip gets put to shit. Everything you got.
And he pulls a Tyler Durden. You hit me in the ear.
I know, and he fucking wallops the guy. And again, the accuracy, that part sucked, right? I would have slapped him on the back of the neck or something like that, or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're still talking?
Yeah, I'm still talking because I'm trying to hammer it home to you that I think that the Travis Scott appearance was for press, and the shot around the world that he gave to Cody Rhodes was Cody inflicted. Cody had to have told him to give it everything he had, because if he didn't, that clip would be ruined. Imagine the heel turn.
His reaction was a lot worse.
Imagine the heel turn happens, the kick in the dick, and all this other shit, and then he just goes, ah. Right? You're like, what the fuck was that?
The Rock
Why
also
couldn't he just
said
hold him?
it during the post-interview.
So what?
The post-event interview, The Rock mentioned it. And they asked him about him getting involved.
Yeah, and
he
then they cut backstage
Kendrick
to
Lamar
Triple H,
/
too.
Travis Scott.
You gotta stop with
He
that.
said that he wanted to get his hands bloody. And The Rock said, if you want to do it, you got to do it. And The Rock said exactly what you just said.
I don't care.
If
That's
you're
so
going to do it,
stupid.
you got to send it.
It's fucking dumb.
So I don't know if Cody said it, but
Full
The Rock definitely
fucking
did.
send. That's what it was.
Fucking
That's what
dumb.
it is.
I'll tell you right now,
Anyway.
if that was me in the ring, and that's probably why I'm not there.
That's what I'm saying. Cody's a pro, bro.
I would beat the shit out of him.
Cody's a pro. He probably went to the back and said, "Hey, dude, whoa, like you fucking rang me."
I'm sorry. I just don't agree with it. Like I'm so.
And I think I'm feeling
it's a
sympathy
deeper-
pains in my left ear.
It's a deeper.
That's how hard the slap was.
conversation to have. But I don't agree with people that don't fucking do shit for wrestling, getting opportunities to be in wrestling. I don't agree with that. So.
Well, I mean, the same
I mean, it's
argument.
the eyes.
Same argument could be said for somebody like myself, who has been in the sports media world
100%.
since 2006, who have done everything under the sun and tried to, kiss as much ass and work as hard as I can. But the person that gets the most recognition is the person that goes like this. Oh my God! On a stream. And he's an overnight sensation. That's a lot of these fucking goobers.
If you go back,
Any reaction video of
oh,
WWE,
if you
they're
go back
all
to big
schmucks.
moments, though, you got Muhammad Ali, you got Pete Rose, you got Burt Reynolds, you got Lawrence fucking Taylor having the main event.
Main event.
Right? If there's always a celebrity factor going into WrestleMania, and I'm with you. I hated that he was in the ring on Saturday. I hated all day Sunday that he was in the ring.
Bro, I'm just
and just
watching
about the
it.
time my meatballs were done on Sunday, I realized I'm the mark. They nailed it. I'm so pissed off about it, and that's the heel thing.
That is
I'm
the thing.
fucking aggravated. I'm like, fuck me, they got
Payne,
me.
your rant before was stemmed from thinking that the guy didn't belong, the guy didn't do shit for wrestling, so
And you're
why is he
100%
there?
right.
And you're 100% right on that. The guy doesn't belong in a ring. The guy doesn't belong in that spot. But the WWE is the juggernaut that it is because their marketing team are geniuses. And what they did was they brought 58.8 million new viewers to their product.
You could have put somebody else in there.
I'm just saying.
Does it
The
have
Rock got his soul. What do you want? Not everyone's giving their souls up, bro.
Right.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Because I want to give, before we cut off, and because we're going to cut off soon eventually, I want to give flowers to fucking Liv Morgan in the women's. Because she stole, taking the L, she stole that fucking show, dude.
Bianca Belair is still the person that attacked Jade.
Oh, 1,000%.
Yeah, now I'm starting to think that too. And like, and obviously, look,
Especially when they cut it to her in the beginning of Raw, like this. It's kind of like she's not even worried about anything, and it's kind of like,
yeah, you know, so
She got away with
all
it.
of a sudden,
what did you think you'd have?
is Naomi the fall girl? Because like all of a sudden, Bianca comes back. I mean, I'm sorry, Jade comes back, looks like $1 trillion. She's a unit, by the way, and in the best way possible.
Who
She
said I don't know if they said it on the broadcast, but they were like, if they were ever going to build a wrestler from scratch, it's going to be Jade for the females.
Yeah,
because they always
100%.
said it about Randy, which is the truth.
yeah, I mean, Randy looked like $1 million as well. Does anybody else feel bad for Randy Orton, by the way? Like this 2 times now, the biggest social media things ever happened on the night he comes back, and it has nothing to do with him.
It's
Like,
got to be a rib. That's what
CM
happens.
Punk comes back as CM Punk comes back as the biggest thing you've ever seen in your life.
sorry, we're doing it again.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like, hey, Randy, good job, bro. Get out there, do your thing. And then they're like, oh, by the
we
way,
talked about it.
Cena's gonna turn heel for the first time in 25 years.
We talked about it.
And
You're gonna-
Orton's
you're
probably
gonna
like,
come
you
back."
gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, what the fuck?
Can you imagine? Triple H. All right, Randy, so this is what's going to happen. You're back Saturday, all right? Whoa, come back. By the way, John's going to come. John turn heel.
Yeah. What? Sidebar. John Cena
We
turns
had, we
heel.
had plans to put you in it, but we're going to go with Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, Instagram followers, you know. But look, Randy Orton and KO are on a fast track now. They're going to get to Mania, which is crazy because now this is the second time, gentlemen, that on the road to WrestleMania, we thought 2 matches were going to be at WrestleMania, and they're pulling the trigger faster. One being KO and Sammy,
and then Seth and CM.
and now Seth and CM Punk, and you're like, wait a minute. That was a collision course for WrestleMania.
How great
now
is
they're
that
going to
pull
end it on a
apart?
cage.
How great was that pull apart, though, the other day? At Raw.
It was
One of the
best
Yeah.
pull aparts I've ever seen because, dude, they even went into commercial,
Yeah.
and when they came back, they're like, "Hey,
didn't
we're back,"
stop.
and they're still fucking going.
He looks across the hall like, how'd you get over there? How'd you
Also, again, and I said this before on the other show, dude, Payne, something I could say with great confidence is that Payne threw a fantastic worker's punch. He was a good striker.
Thank you.
I was too, to a certain degree. I had a nice jab, but. How stiff was some of those punches that Seth Rollins was connecting on CM Punk's nose?
So
they were like, I was like, you can tell
think
he was
that they
backing
both,
off.
I think that they both went in there and said, hey, just give it everything. I think that that's what happened with that one.
All right.
I know.
I'm sorry. It's a big difference when it's 2 workers.
I never did.
But now, all right. Let's
It's
just
a big
pretend.
difference when it's 2
let's just
workers and
pretend
a
you and
fucking
I.
celebrity.
Let's just pretend you and I said,
Yeah.
You know, on the next episode, we're gonna conflict on something, and we're gonna fight. But we got to make it look good. We got to make it look real.
And I'm going to tell you I have to leave early for work.
No, but but now on that note, and we start scrumbing, right? We start Melanin, pop, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're telling me that if you don't connect, if you connect once or twice on one shot, I'm just like, this son of a bitch. How do 2 grown men?
No, of course not.
They're trained professionals, yes, but how do 2 grown men not actually get fucking angry at each other in that moment?
Just being professional.
I understand the professional part, but goddamn,
I will say this: some of my best friends, I have beaten the shit out of and have beaten the shit out of me sparring. So I have my best friend.
That's
I would punch
sparring.
in the face 3
With
or
the
4
headgear
rounds.
and all that.
But
You're
I mean,
supposed to hit
I
each
think
other.
I think it's the if you go in knowing what you're expecting and expecting to get hit like that, I think it's okay to move on past
some
it.
of those were bombs.
Also,
and
just
I
the
just
start
think
of
it-
that,
I think
the
it was
whole,
as
like,
effective
going
as it's
back to
supposed to be.
Bianca, going back to Liv, the whole testament of professional wrestling right now, the landscape of it, is perfect because of all these things. You got a lot of surprises on Saturday, and normally the Monday Night After Raw, a little lame, right? No, they double it down and they finish it with Io Sky winning the fucking belt.
which did not
This
see
is
that coming either.
crazy. Think about just we're a long ways away from WrestleMania.
I'm gonna
And
say
we're
it now,
getting
Rhea's
hits
pregnant.
after hits after hits.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to say it now. Rhea's pregnant.
Yeah, but even if she was pregnant, she wouldn't be in a match.
Yeah, that was a rough match to be in. There was a lot going on.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know about all that.
Buddy Matthews does have some strong background, though.
Guy's got the best physique in wrestling. So
I mean, he's
I'm
up
pretty
there.
sure he's putting her in there the first try.
Okay. How you doing? But anyway, so the Seth and the Punk thing gets resolved. So now,
talk about a match that didn't matter.
the Tiffany Stratton.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
again,
Three out of the four should be.
I
cut.
understand what they did for Trish, Toronto.
Three out of four should be cut.
Yeah, I don't agree that the match should even happened, but you got to fill time, I guess. I don't know.
I love when Tiffany kicked Trish on the curtain on the.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I'm sorry, I didn't give it.
Now, also with that, I think Friday, Bo Dallas is cleared.
Wow.
Good.
So now, where do the Wyatt Six come in?
Nowhere.
Got to have the
too.
I think
far down the
involved
road.
with
Alexa
a little bliss action.
And what's her name? Nikki
All right,
Cross.
I got to ask you a question. Who in the God's creation was the person that Chad Gable was meeting?
Yeah,
I thought that was Uncle Howdy for a second.
Could that be the Lucha Underground dude?
Penta?
That's what I thought.
Not Penta.
Oh my God!
The guy from Lucha Underground.
Which Lucha Underground?
What's
like the main guy?
Yeah.
Conan?
That's who I think it is.
Conan, yeah. Wow.
No, the guy behind the desk.
Yes.
Because it
What
looked
a
Lucha Underground-ish.
Didn't they say that's coming back?
Yep.
You heard it here
They said
first.
did they
I pay
say
attention to things, guys.
they said it's coming back, or they said they bought the catalog?
They might do a
They bought the rights to it.
Right.
Yeah, so it means
That
they
doesn't
can.
mean
They
it's coming
can.
back. That means they.
I mean, look, they're doing
That
everything
means they can
else.
do whatever they want with it.
Yeah, exactly. They can do anything. So what's in the box? What did
What's in the box? What's in the box?
did he find a mask? What did he find in that box that's going to help him beat the luchadors?
Stay
Well, if
PG.
it's cartel-
Stay PG.
It's cartel.
If it's the cartel, it's got to be a gold-plated Desert Eagle.
Jesus Christ.
I was thinking fentanyl.
I'm not wrong.
It's not the cartel.
Well, they did.
I'm curious. I'm curious because that
If it's
we
a
have,
mask, do we get like Patriot 2.0?
Oh my God.
Do we get the red, white,
great-
blue mask?
how great would that be?
I'm here for it.
I'm
Please
here.
send it.
Anything Chad Gable, I'm here
Patriotico?
for.
El Patriotico.
Oh my God, I'm here for everything Chad Gable. Let's for the record, everybody knows that if you watch the
James
show.
got to think for small people.
Yeah, it's.
I was going to say,
I got a thing for incredible athletes. I got a thing for incredible athletes. He's one of them.
Little people on A&E is Dave's favorite show.
It's a great one. It's a great show. And then right after that, I watched My 600-Pound Life, which is actually featuring all of wrestling fans. I'm just kidding.
I'm
Hey,
very
no.
particular with what I eat. Can I get 5 through 11 on the menu?
And Diet Coke.
And a Diet Coke.
Fuck. So we're
But yeah,
we're
Lucha Underground
terrible.
for
No lettuce.
Yeah,
No
terrible,
lettuce.
terrible
also-
human beings. No bread.
no carrying cross, right?
Yes, he jumped up right from behind. AJ Styles was trying
I'm
to
sorry.
talk.
Yeah. But is
Did
it
he-
Who
somebody-
straightens
somebody
his
cut
hair?
him off. Somebody cut him off when he was talking.
AJ Styles was talking, and then Karrion Kross came in.
Yeah, no, but somebody was yelling at him like, "What are you doing here? Like, what's your goal?"
They were having an interview with AJ Styles, and all of a sudden he jumped on him like Beetlejuice, like "Hey!" Came out of nowhere.
Yeah, but somebody yelled at him apparently because he was like standing around.
Oh, I don't know.
but I'm saying if there's a third person to this corporate, right? I still think the Soul shit was very Karrion Kross-esque. But now, could you get an LA Knight, or do you? Who would you put with them? LA Knight.
LA Knight's still on the
Karrion
fucking cusp
Kross.
of the other thing, possibly too, with the 3 and the 2.
That's So that's another
That's a
tease.
possibility.
It's a 3 and a what?
He did.
He
Karrion
does the
Kross
three
did the
like
3 and the
Rock.
2 as well. He did the same hand gestures of the Rock.
The Rock.
LA Knight.
When?
He does it in his promos.
Huh.
So now
Easter egg.
Yeah,
Drop it.
that's
there.
why I said it with you earlier.
I didn't pick up on it.
But-
that's funny.
Kind of my dropping, Tommy.
Yep. Listen, sometimes it's good.
Would you rather it be Karrion Kross or LA Knight?
Karrion
Kross.
Kross,
Same.
without even a question.
Same.
Because then it kind of gives you that fucking corporate ministry.
TikTok. I love Karrion Kross. I think he's one of the best, and
I think his
he's
time's
underutilized.
Does Io Sky go into WrestleMania as the champion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't know who. Maybe the whole Rhea thing that you just said. I don't buy that for a second. But like, what do you?
Why,
I know,
why,
but what
why
do you?
else drop it?
But right, well, what do you do? Like, is there going to be a rematch? Is there something else they're going to pitch? Is the man coming back? Are they saving Rhea for Becky Lynch? Who, by the way, you made the golden mistake, Becky.
Deleting the tweet.
Deleting the tweet. You had a golden opportunity to light the world on fire.
Sunny Days
you
2.0.
Did, you did, and you screwed it up. But again, I get it. You don't really want to start playing with that food, or you don't want to start, you know.
Oh, you never want to play with your food.
Well, no, you don't want to start that kind of rumor because that shit is personal. So you really like personal, outside of wrestling, personal. You don't want to get there.
Say?
Well, she basically said like, "Oh, matching gear or something like that."
Oh
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's
Right, come get your man.
Come get your man or whatever.
Well, maybe that's just a
CM
return.
Punk,
That's
CM
a
Punk's
sprinkle
delivery
of,
was perfect.
AJ Lee.
Also,
do we get that at WrestleMania? You got-
Doubtful.
what if it was AJ Lee and CM Punk against Rollins and fucking Becky?
See, I it's doubtful because the rumor was that she wasn't allowed to do her own stunts on heels because she was not medically cleared to do that stuff. Like she's not medically.
Well, I don't think
cleared
they would
to
do their own stunts anyway on the show. Like,
Why
I
not?
we
Because
had the same conversation 4 weeks ago. Yeah,
we did.
exact same.
all right.
But
Welcome back.
If I go back, though,
Twilight Zone.
Io Sky, face or heel?
Who cares?
The crowd loved it.
Crowd loved it.
So the face, I
So,
guess.
does that make Rhea heel? My question being,
No,
why
Rhea will never be heel
Why
again.
was Bianca cheering Io Sky?
She feels she's a lesser opponent.
Bianca was overly cheering for Io Sky, and I found that to be weird.
Triple threat incoming.
Has
Oh
to be,
yeah,
right?
not even a
Incoming.
question.
Yeah, I mean that's that has to be.
I thought it was clear as day that when
That's-
that happened.
Yeah, that has to be a thing.
And it's
but
probably going to be Bianca.
crazy,
And if not Bianca, I think she retains.
crazy times in pro wrestling.
Yeah, I'm here for everything. I'm here for every second of it.
It's WrestleMania season, boys and girls. Like this
It's
is
War
how
on the
this is how
Shore
it gets. It's War on the Shore season. It's WrestleMania season. It's everything season. I think the WWE's on fire tonight as we record this. It's Wednesday. Going head to head with AEW is WWE Evolve. So I'm very excited to see what they do with that. It looks like there's no crowd, which is kind of weird.
Sorry.
Just based off the trailers that I've seen, it might just be some kind of underground fighting type shit. I don't know. We're about to find out
Do we get Shane McMahon back?
what Gabe Sapolsky is all about and what he's able to do and see how tied into this he is, right? But they're calling it WWE Evolve. I'm assuming all the WWE ID people are involved in this. We got another episode of LFG. I watched about 3/4 of it last week. I have not seen the rest. I know our boy got hurt, right? So now he's out for a little while.
Who?
The BJ
Brandon
guy.
J guy.
Fuck
BJ.
him.
Yeah. Well,
I know it's all a work and they're high up on him behind the scenes. Whatever.
Okay.
No one cares.
Yeah. Well.
Because he's like every other fucking tool that walks around mid 20 something, just a jerk off with a
I
back.
need more Bully Ray
back
on
cap,
TV.
snap cap.
I need
back.
more Bully Ray down at the shore. That's what I
Facts.
need.
So
Heard me? You hear me, LaGreca? You
go.
hear me? Anyway.
Tiki T's on me, Bully. Come
Yeah.
on.
Let's go. I think he's a whiskey.
Jack
He's a
Daniels
whiskey guy. Yeah, he's a whiskey guy. But anyway.
Round 4. Come see us for sponsorships.
Listen,
let's go.
it'll be interesting to say the least about what they do on SmackDown. We'll talk about it next week. Obviously, Tommy, our thoughts and prayers. Tommy, he had to
With
jet
your
out of here.
job.
He had to go. He's going to lose his job and lose his house.
Dave,
and,
I gotta go.
yeah,
I thought you had to poop.
yeah. I was like, I get it. Explosive diarrhea is a some bitch. And really,
He had the look of worry on his face, and then he did what every wife does. Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh my god. Oh. There you go. What happened? Nothing.
See, the problem is since we have a group chat and it's 9 times out of 10 funny. Anytime I'm just like, yeah, just like what, and I'm like nothing, and it's just like, what do you mean nothing? I'm like the guys. Like, you want me to read what they said because you're not gonna like it.
Paul Verzi has a stick on that. He goes, "Why does he have a wreath around his stick? Babe, it's Christmas. Come on, it's Frank. That's what he does."
Anyway, folks, thank you guys for watching for another episode or tuning in to another episode of the Fight Factory Wrestling Podcast. Be sure to get your tickets for the War on the Shore. Support all of independent wrestling. Go out there and watch some wrestling this weekend. You got SmackDown, you got all that fun shit. And we are, we'll talk all about it next
First
week.
row sold out. Second row's almost gone. Third row's got a few left. Get them now.
Right? Meow. So, for Dave Sturchio, Chris Payne, Tommy Tequila, and the departed Tommy D, we will see you guys next week.